The House of Lords EU Committee has published a report that finds a no deal would be economically damaging as well as hit areas like aviation, counter-terrorism and nuclear safeguards. The report is also skeptical about exit negotiations and concludes the set departure date of March 2019 will be impossible. It said, the overwhelming weight of evidence suggests that this will be impossible. Committee Chairman Lord Jay of Ewelme said, the biggest risk factor that might lead to a no-deal outcome is time, the clock is ticking. GETTYThe report is also skeptical about exit negotiations. Related articles 48 hours to save Brexit. Barnier says agree EU deal by Friday. Juncker worried Theresa May could be ousted over Brexit deadlock. The Select Committee said it was difficult, if not impossible, to envisage a worse outcome than the UK leaving without a deal. The report also finds the impact on trade and goods would be grave, as UK ports will be overwhelmed by the need for customs checks and controls will have to be imposed on the Irish land border. The report also claims Theresa May's boast of no deal is better than a bad deal has not been helpful to negotiations.Pro-EU MP for Cardiff South and Penarth, Doughty, said, Liam Fox said a deal with the EU would be the easiest in human history. Nobody voted for no deal. If it looks like a realistic possibility, voters have the right to keep an open mind and stop our economy going over a cliff edge. It comes as a leading business group declared jobs will be moved out of the UK unless Theresa May secures progress in Brexit negotiations at next week's summit of EU leaders. The CBI will say more than half of firms with Brexit contingency plans will activate them by Easter. This means jobs leaving the UK unless the summit sees a green light for trade and transition talks. It comes as European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker said he feared Theresa May's government is on the verge of collapse unless she breaks the deadlock on the Irish border issue. The European Commission President is desperate to keep Theresa May in power amid fears that a leadership coup could disrupt the Brexit process and allow a more hardline Brexiteer taking over from her, it has been revealed. It comes as the PM's own MPs warn she could be overthrown within weeks if she does not return from Brussels next week with an agreement that trade talks can begin. GETTYThe Doughty said no one voted for no deal. Speaking to The Telegraph, one EU official said, Mr. Juncker wants to support Mrs. May to avoid the collapse of her government. He is prepared to meet her at any time, including on days next week in the run-up to the European summit. The question over the Irish border is preventing Brexit talks from progressing to the next stage. Mr. Juncker will extend the deadline for Theresa May to settle the dispute to the eve of an EU leaders' summit next Thursday. If the PM fails in her mission, the next chance to get trade talks underway would be in March, by which time she could face a leadership challenge. Jean-Claude Juncker said he feared Theresa May's government is on the verge of collapse. A formerly loyal Tory MP said, I would give her a matter of weeks if it carries on like this. Speaking at Prime Minister's questions, Conservative MP for North East Somerset and arch-Brexiteer, Jacob Rees-Mogg, said, before Mrs. May next goes to Brussels, will she apply a new coat of paint to her red lines? because I fear on Monday they were beginning to look a little bit pink. Related articles: UK could pay EU divorce fee even without a trade deal, says Hammond. Jamie Oliver blames Brexit for his own restaurant failures. Celebrity Big Brother 2018 lineup: MP Charlotte Leslie confirmed,